The Endless Golf Podcast, brought to you by Toyota.
Welcome to another edition of the Endless Golf Podcast presented by Toyota. And joining me from the Junior Tour, powered by Under Armour, is my good friend Ray Taranto. And Ray, you also own and operate Eastern Shore Golf Magazine. And you've really had an interesting journey in the golf business. And it all began at the Bay Club about 20 years ago.
It sure did, Bobby. I ran the pro shop for Rob Bailey over there. During my time there, I came up with the idea that I wanted to start a golf magazine for, you know, when I first moved down, I realized there were so many golf courses in the Delmarva Peninsula. I was meeting all these great people in the golf business, Rob Bailey being one of them, all these different golf organizations like MISCA, and the high school golf was big. So I wanted to put a magazine together where we could cover all aspects of the game. High school golfers, female golfers, senior golfers, tournament play, tournament recaps. So what started out as a vision became a reality, and then I started the tour on the shore, the amateur tour that we started, and Rob Bailey was instrumental in helping me formulate how we set that up as well. So,
and, you know, if you're going to have a mentor in golf, Rob Bailey's not a bad mentor to have. He's a guy that's always very organized, was an extremely professional golf professional, and really, I'm sure helped you get started. And the magazine really got things going for you when you started Eastern Shore Golf Magazine. You mentioned how it got started. As you know, I've done the Resort Golf Guide for years, and my that's a local golf show that I was part of that I'm lucky enough to host, and also do another show outside the market to get golfers to come to Ocean City. And my focus has always been on bringing package business to Ocean City and really on the golfers that visit Ocean City. You really filled that niche with the local golfers because there is a lot of organizations that play the game of golf, obviously in Ocean City, a lot of charity events as well. And I think you did a really, really good job of focusing on the charity events and the organizations that are part of the Delmarva golf community.
Yep, and Bobby, you remember I came to you early on because you were also some individual in golf that I looked up to. You're a couple years older than me, so I looked up to you like a big brother. And so when I started the magazine, I wanted to come get your blessing, and told you we were going to be for the local, and you embraced it. And in fact, you were on the cover of the magazine, I think our second or third issue, and you've been like a big brother to me since then, and I appreciate that. And you know, I just love the game of golf, and now that we're involved with junior golf and seeing the little ones get involved, it's just something special.
Well, it's been amazing watching your journey from the magazine, and when the magazine began, you really got a lot of local people, golf professionals involved, you know, writing tips, writing articles, different features. I used to write for the magazine a little bit, and that really helped get it started too. The interest in the magazine really too, you did a hole-in-one section, so if somebody got a hole-in-one, they could have their picture in there, and people love that. So
yeah,
a lot of the local restaurant people got involved, and the distribution is great too, because it's all over the shore, even up in Annapolis.
Yeah, so we're from Annapolis up to Dover, all the way down to Bay Creek Resort. So we covered the whole area, and that was really our goal, was to unite the golf scene. It's already a tight niche. Golf is a tight niche group already, but I felt like we were going to be able to unite the whole golf scene, so everyone knew what was happening in the area. And then when the University of Maryland Eastern Shore got the PGA Golf Management Program, the only historically black college in the nation to have this 4.5-year degree, where if you graduate from the PGA Golf Management Program, the PGA guarantees you job placement in the marketplace. And so we partnered with them 15 years ago, right when they launched, and that has been an awesome relationship as well, watching these young men and women go on to be stars in the golf business. And one in particular, a good friend of mine, Norman Blanco, he's an assistant golf professional at Pebble Beach.
And guess what? I had the opportunity to meet him when we went to Pebble Beach a few years ago together. And what a great story that is, from Maryland Eastern Shore to all the way to Pebble Beach. You know, that goes to the top of the list right there. It doesn't get much better than that. And he just seems so happy and so excited and so thankful that he could land a job like that. And it really presented a great opportunity. But back to the magazine. You know, the magazine really is a family affair, Ray. You know, I know you were the face of the magazine, but your wife Holly does a tremendous amount of work behind the scenes for the magazine.
Absolutely. She's definitely the brains behind the operation. She's the workhorse behind everything that happens for me and my family. thank you for giving her a little love. I'm sure she'll appreciate that. But Holly leads by example. She shows me, hey, this is the work ethic you need to have to succeed, and she's helped push me to be the best that I can be as a father and a husband and as a businessman too. So I'm blessed to have her as my partner.
Well, as you focused in on the local golf community and the different activities and different tournaments that were happening on the shore, you decided to kind of morph and start your own tour, which was the Tour on the Shore. And when you started that, you took a little bit of a chance there, a little bit of a risk, and it really was embraced by a lot of the local golfers. It gave them a chance to feel what it's like to play in a serious tournament, under the gun, under pressure, and you know what? It presented some good opportunities to win some good prizes, and also to move on to the next level. And you used to have something down at Bay Creek at the finals.
Yep.
So it was really a great opportunity for golfers
so the
to
Tour
play.
on the Shore, I kind of formulated that when I was with Rob Bailey at Bay Club. I think we launched the magazine with September, October issue 15 years ago, and on the cover it said Eastern Shore Golf Championships. 6 weeks later, we had 64 amateurs show up at that event. We formulated where 0 to 5 handicap play together, 6 to 11 play together, 12 to 20, and 21 to 30 handicap play together. So no matter what your skill set was, there was a division for you. 64 players show up. I think 8 to 10 different club champions to play in that Top Gun division showed up. Dana Cooper, Jerry Lynch, Mitch Wyatt,
Brian Taylor,
Philip
Fenstermaker,
all top amateurs came to this event, and we gave our Top Gun champion a 1-week vacation in Myrtle Beach for 8 guests and 8 rounds of golf all 7 days. That was Dana Cooper. He won. So that was the first year we did the Tour on the Shore. The next year we come back and do 6 events and a 2-day championship at Bay Creek. That's when Bay Creek came in. The following year we would have the regular season series, and the top players would earn a free trip down to Bay Creek for the weekend, and we put on a spectacular show for them, and they put on a spectacular show for us.
Sure, and you mentioned not only you had some very good players, but players you had handicaps of all different levels, and that was really the grab for this tournament, because a lot of the good players they can play in the Maryland Open, the Delaware Open,
right,
and they play competitively at their clubs. But some of the mid handicappers, they never really get a chance to play under the gun, and you were playing your own ball, and you're playing medal play, which is a very difficult format to play.
Straight stroke play, no gimmies, and the way golf's really meant to be played. So it was an exciting run there, and then when Under Armour asked us to take that Tour on the Shore nationwide and do qualifiers in 10 different regions, and then the top players would advance to PGA Golf Club up here in Port St. Lucie. That was a whole new project that we took on, and it was difficult, but we figured it out, and we ended up having 300 players at the championship there and some great play, and it's been amazing. It's all I can say, Bobby. The game of golf has just been a blessing.
Moving from as an assistant professional, running the pro shop at the Bay Club, to the magazine, to the Tour on the Shore. And when we come back, we're going to take a quick break. We'll come back and we're going to talk about what you're doing now, the Junior Tour powered by Under Armour. What a great event this has turned out to be, and it's tournaments all over the country, over 2,000 kids involved, just a lot going on in your world right now, and the future is extremely bright. I think it's year number 3. Let's take a quick break. We'll come back and we'll talk some more. Stay with us.
And now a word from our sponsor.
Toyota pioneered the more efficient way to drive. And now we're taking things even further. Efficiency for every lifestyle, performance for any terrain, giving you the freedom to go the distance and the power to find your way home. The future of dependability is here with Toyota's full line of electrified vehicles. More power, less gas. Reserve yours today. Toyota. Let's go places.
Welcome back to the Endless Golf Podcast, presented by Toyota. Staying with me is the owner and founder of the Junior Tour, powered by Under Armour, Ray Taranto. Ray, we talked about your beginnings, and we talked about obviously the Tour on the Shore. We talked about the magazine, also how you got started in the golf business. What you're doing now is so exciting. I know you're really excited about the future of the Junior Tour, powered by Under Armour. Tell us how you got involved with that.
Well, Bobby, after we did the Tour on the Shore and Eastern Shore, we started a Junior Tour called the Junior Tour on the Shore in the Mid-Atlantic there, and we did that for like 4 or 5 years. Brian Cummings, who's a member at Ocean City Golf Club, his father was a member there at the time, worked for Under Armour, and he saw what we were doing with the juniors, and he kind of called us into headquarters and said, hey, how can we grow this junior golf game with Under Armour? And we launched the Junior Tour powered by Under Armour 3 years ago, and it's been a blur, really. We launched with 8 leagues across the country. The next season we had 12, then we had 20, then we had 29, and this past spring, our 5th season, we had 37 leagues across the country with 2,200 kids playing in our programs.
And that's pretty amazing right there. And, you know, obviously it really is a family affair too, Ray. Not only are the kids there, the parents are very involved. I know sometimes that can create some challenges, but that's a big part of this. Golf is really a family affair. And for the young kids playing, you know, the moms and dads have to make some concessions and travel and do things for the kids. And, you know, golf takes up a lot of time.
It does, but the golf parents have been amazing. You know, Brian Roberts, who played for the Orioles, his son plays on our junior tour and won the national championship this past summer at PGA National. But there's parents like him and Dr. Jeremiah Joseph from my league in Sarasota, Port Charlotte. These parents, they love supporting what we're doing, and so they sponsor us, and they also play a big role in us being able to pull off some incredible championships. So the Under Armour Junior Tour is a spring season where they play 6 9-hole matches. At the end of that season, the top kids advance to Summer Nationals at PGA National Resort. And then we have a fall season. End of the season, the top kids advance to Winter National Championship at Sandestin Beach Resort in February. So it's tournament play. You know, you want to find out who your best kids in each region across the country and get those kids all on the All-Star team and travel kind of like a little league team of golfers. So once they get to nationals, they'll compete as individuals, but they also earn points for their region, right? So there's a team aspect to the game, and where they're kind of cheering on their teammates, and it's pretty cool to have the individual and the team concept with the junior tour.
Well, I know you growing up played 3 sports, and I know your sports and relationships that we had as youngsters were very important to us, and I can imagine these kids are making relationships that will last a lifetime, and the experience that they're going to have with these other kids, really, it's just there's no better thing than that, than having a friend that you can enjoy what you love to do, and that is play golf.
Dude, you just gave me the chills right there. That kind of sums up the whole thing with the Junior Tour powered by Under Armour. These are great kids. Their families are becoming friends. They can't wait to get to nationals. They're the top kids. They all know each other. When they get down there and after the round, they're playing in the pool at PGA National. They're getting ice cream together. This year, Winter Nationals, we're bringing in a fireworks company to launch a big fireworks show to kick off the championship. We bring in the big leaderboards for the kids. We do live scoring with Golf Genius, so there's a live leaderboard going with pictures of the kids. So we try to make it like a tour event, and they all act and look, and it feels like a tour event, but for little ones.
For little ones,
ages
yeah.
6 to 18.
You know, we talked about the tour on the shore and to feel what it's like under the gun. And I often say this, you know, you can go hit balls until your hands bleed. You know, that's great. You can practice, and a lot of these kids will do that. But you cannot, you know, really get what it feels like until you play under pressure a little bit. When you have people watching you, when something's on the line, whether it's a little trophy, whether it's bragging rights, whatever that may be. And when these youngsters are out there, these boys and girls, they have a chance to compete against one another. And I imagine their heartbeats are pretty high up there.
Yeah, but these kids are so cool, Bobby. You'd never know it, but I'm sure they're nervous when they're coming down to the end of the match. And we've had some amazing play. We've seen kids go really low. I think last year in our 12 to 14 division at PGA National, a 36-hole championship for the kids, the leader was at 8 under par, and the kid that came in second was 7 under par. So they're really good players, but they probably handle it a lot better than me and you. But it's pretty spectacular watching how they stay cool.
Well, you handled yourself pretty good today. We had a chance to play a little bit of golf today here at Lost City in Atlantis, Florida, and what a beautiful day it was. We played okay. I mean, you know, one thing I always say about golf, and this is a good mantra. Somebody told me this. I can't remember who it was. They said to me, nobody will remember how you play, but they will remember how you act. And I think that's a good lesson for these youngsters as well. You know, you got to keep your composure. You know, you're not going to play this game well all the time. time. So you really have to be on your toes and behave properly when you're on the golf course.
Absolutely.
Because you don't want to make people feel uncomfortable, that's for sure.
No, we don't want anyone slamming clubs or anything like that. Sometimes you hear some parents that are a little over the top, but generally, Bobby, 99% of the kids and parents that are playing on our tour are just really good people and love the game, and I love being around them.
And we talked about the competitiveness, but really this is all about having fun as well.
That's true. That as well. But these kids want to win. We spoil these kids with amazing prizes. We do get big crystal trophies like this big for first, second, and third. The top 8 kids are named to the Under Armour All-American team, and we hook them up with swag, and they're proud to wear their stuff, and so the other kids know that they made the Under Armour All-American team, and so it's a great combination. It's a great balance.
And you know, Ray, you could not have done this without Under Armour. Obviously, they're a huge sponsor, but you've got some other sponsors involved with the tour as well.
Yes, but let's just say Under Armour has just been amazing to us. You know, Harold Baines hooked us up with Under Armour, former Hall of Fame baseball player from the Orioles and White Sox. He kind of hooked us up with them, with the guy who's in charge of baseball. That guy hooked me up with the guy who's in charge of golf, and then the relationship has just blossomed over the past 15 years. And you know, we first signed a 3-year deal with them. You know, they said, we don't want to sponsor you anymore, we want to partner with you. They called me in the headquarters. They say, our attorneys are going to drop a contract, we want to partner with you. We don't run golf tournaments, you do. So it was like, wow, they trust me to handle this and grow junior golf. And then from there, it's been amazing.
It's been amazing 3 years, and you've got 3 more years on the road here. And yeah, I can only imagine how much this is going to grow. Everybody I talk to is excited about it and certainly enjoy it. So Ray, it's always great spending time with you. Always great seeing you. You know, from the magazine to assistant golf professional, you know, to the tour on the shore, now to the junior tour powered by Under Armour. Doing a great job. So the best of luck to you and Holly down the road.
Bobby, thank you so much. Appreciate you, brother.
All right, we'll see you next time.
The Endless Golf Podcast has been brought to you by Toyota.